Mama to go for this, bro.
And it's serious right now, like,
you know what I'm saying, bro? Nigga, I was on the floor crying last night, bro.
Listen, bro. Don't let that
Nigga, my mama, man.
bro. I got people trying to get in my business about the baby and stuff. You know, we got baby mama number 2 mad. Like, I don't know what I did to her. And then my mom, cause she's going through it. I mean,
what point do I really just say all this? I'm like robbing myself out of just moments in my life because of my loyalty to somebody who never really truly held me down in any capacity.
Scott, why you reach out to her all day?
Because that's what he do.
I told her I was going through something last night. I said, yo.
And I said, I'm trying to understand what's happening.
My mother was dying.
You man, hell is dramatic.
I'm really just quiet, period. I ain't even got the strength to do this.
You done talk about me to everybody around this motherfucker.
You done talk about me. You done talk about me. You done told you how to help you down. But you know what?
Go away.
You know what? You
I ain't going nowhere, and that's why you mad. That's why you really mad.
I'm not mad at you, ma'am. I really love you.
There was a love tale that attracted a lot of attention in the center of Atlanta, where the streets are alive with hip-hop beats and the air is heavy with aspiration. Rising rap artist Lil Scrappy paired up with stunning model and businesswoman Bambi Benson, and the two became one of the most talked about couples in the. They gave fans a glimpse of their whirlwind courtship and its ups and downs through the reality TV show Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Their chemistry was unquestionable, and for a while, it appeared like they had everything. Bam, whose poise and elegance grounded him, provided the ideal balance for Scrappy's rough, unapologetic rhymes. Of fire and grace, but like many partnerships scrutinized by the public, theirs wasn't without its difficulties. Rumors of adultery as time went on, cracks started to appear, and their love story finally came to an end because of the intense disputes that were publicly displayed and the stress of being in the spotlight all the time. The man who had ruled the stage with his strong flow and bold persona was now left to grapple with the reality of heartache. Scrappy's public separation ended badly, and the loss of Bambi was a blow for which he was unprepared. His emotions were raw, and the anguish of losing her hit him hard. Unable to conceal his grief, Scrappy turned to his followers and revealed a sensitive side of. In contrast to the tough exterior he once wore, he was not afraid to show his tears in his posts, which were filled with regret and longing. He talked about the void Bambi left in his life and the emptiness he felt without her by his side. It wasn't just the loss of love. It was the intense pain of knowing that something lovely had slipped through his fingers in one short moment. In a pointed post, he pleaded with Bambi to return to his life, asking for another opportunity while crying. When Scrappy talked about his mother, Mama D, she was a constant presence in the background, a strong influence on his life, and her viewpoint was significant. Mama D also wanted him and Bambi to find their way back to one another, Scrappy disclosed.
Blocked her after me and you start back being cool. So she want to know why you blocked her.
I see how y'all was going. I was like, I'm not even.
Wait, who's not going? You know what, Scrap? I will tell you this. You're wrong because you was flirting with her for a very long time.
You said I was flirting with her?
Why was that wrong?
Shoot.
I just want everybody to know I don't give a who Scrap flirts with. Okay, he's free to flirt with whoever the he want to flirt with.
What?
She thought they were destined to be together. As he described his mother's hope for family unity, Scrappy's voice wavered, echoing the aspirations of many who wished for their reconciliation. When Scrappy bared his soul to the world, Bambi's mother's voice added a layer of urgency to his cries, as if to say, "You two belong together." However, Bambi's quiet strength prevented her from responding as Scrappy had hoped. Instead, she carried herself with dignity and chose to stay calm and focused on her own path, moving forward without participating in the emotional posts or crying because it seemed that the healing process was already underway. Need to give an explanation, and maybe she had already come to terms with the world's separation, but she wasn't so quick to let go. Fans, media outlets, and followers couldn't help but closely examine every social media post, interview, and quick glance, turning the tale of Lil Scrappy and Bambi into a spectacle. As the weeks stretched into months, rumors circulated regarding their relationship status, and sightings of them together at events only stoked speculation that perhaps they were still together. People wondered if love was strong enough to heal the wounds of betrayal, if time could repair the damage done, or if the pressures of fame had ultimately torn them apart. Were attempting to resolve their differences, but in spite of the rumors, neither Lil Scrappy nor Bambi publicly announced their relationship. There was neither confirmation nor denial, only silence that persisted. The rumors became unabated, leaving fans to speculate as to whether the love they had once witnessed between Scrappy and Bambi had actually vanished or had simply been buried beneath the weight of everything they had gone through. Meanwhile, both of them concentrated on their respective careers. In order to channel the grief he was going through into this craft, Scrappy created new music. His songs were vulnerable, exposing the anguish and regret that had consumed his soul. The public's interest in the couple began to wane as the months passed, but the memory of their love story persisted. Some people still held on to the hope that they were meant to be together, while others accepted that their chapter had ended and that the two had moved on in different directions. Lil Scrappy's tears, his pleas for Bambi to return, and his mother's heartfelt words were testaments to Bambi's strength and perseverance as she continued to build her brand and dive deeper into her business endeavors. Remained in his vulnerability, echoing in the hearts of everyone who had witnessed their love story. Many were surprised to see Scrappy's truly human side, one that was prepared to own up to his errors and love Bambi unconditionally. As the years passed, the story of Lil Scrappy and Bambi evolved from a public spectacle to a reminder of the intricacies of love, the strength of personal development, and the influence that family can have on one's choices. The journey was one of self-discovery and empowerment as she carved out her own path in the world without being defined by the man who had once been her everything. Scrappy's tale served as evidence of the vulnerability that comes with love and loss, whereas Bambi's journey represented strength and independence. Though their relationship had permanently altered both of them, it's possible that this is what made their story so unforgettable in the end. Whether they would eventually find their way back to one another or not, the love they shared, the heartbreak they experienced, and the lessons they learned would always be a part of their individual legacies, written in the music they created and the lives they led.
Bro. And it's serious right now, like,
You know what I'm saying, bro? Nigga, I was on the floor crying last night, bro.
listen, bro. Don't let that
Nigga, my mama, man.
with you, bro. Now I got people trying to get in my business about the baby and stuff. You know, we got baby mama number 2 mad. Like, I don't know what I did to her. And then my mom, she's going through it. I mean, at this
What point do I really just say all this? I'm like robbing myself out of just moments in my life because of my loyalty to somebody who never really truly held me down in any capacity.
Scott, why do you reach out to her all day?
Because that's what he do.
I told her I was going through something last night. I said, yo,
And I said, I'm trying to understand what's happening.
my mother is dying.
You man, hell is dramatic.
I'm really just quiet, period. I ain't even got the strength to do this.
You done talk about me to everybody around this motherfucker.
You done talk about me. You done talk about me. You done told you all the hell you done down. But you know what? You know what?
Go away.
You know what? You
I ain't going nowhere, and that's why you mad. That's why you really mad.
I'm not mad at you, man. I really love you.
Yeah.